And hello, everybody. This is actually a different edition of Exposed Manosphere because I'm actually going to be talking to SoloTV84 to hash out our differences. So, unlike other interviews I've done in the past, I don't have any pre-prepared questions. So it's pretty much like a free for all. I would definitely ask everybody to try to be respectful for the guests because he didn't have to be here. So I'm actually kind of delighted that he decided to show up. So, Solo, you there? You can tell me how you doing.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Before we begin, Aaron,
Hmm.
uh, there's a YouTuber that recently passed away.
Ah, okay.
The guy was known for his controversial content, and I would like to have a moment of silence for this scumbag known as Midtown Dictionary. So I'm gonna
Ah.
if we can close our eyes for 30 seconds, real quick, and give him a moment of silence.
Oh, man.
Okay, so shalom to you, Aaron. Hotep, hotep. Salute to your audience. Let's get the show underway. By the way, I just got back from church, so that's why I'm dressed in the traditional uh, daishiki attire. This is from Ghana, West Africa. For those people who say that I deal with self hatred, I'm very proud of being, Ghanaian, as well as my dad, of course, being in the military. He was from the East Coast, and so yeah, let's begin the show, Aaron. Let's do this.
Okay. I had a laugh at the beginning. Okay. So, like I said, I don't have much to say because I already got an idea. I know a lot of your arguments. But I'm pretty sure you're going to have some new arguments. So I'm just kind of curious. What's what do you have to say against me?
Well, before we get into that, Aaron, I think that we have
Hmm.
to delve into the psychology of who am I, right?
Okay.
Why do I think the way that I think? Why do I make the content that I do, which has evolved over the last few years, right? So I know, Aaron, I don't know how much time you got, so I'll give you the short version.
Uh-huh.
When I was a young man, I, like most young men, I like girls, you know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I would do is I'm an Aquarius. So
Uh-huh.
if you're familiar with Aquariuses, we're romantics. We're hopeless romantics. So, I grew up in a traditional household where you were taught to respect women, right? And all of that stuff. And then also, of course, with society, where, they have this whole rom coms where, the a hole, I don't know if I can curse or not, the a hole gets the girl, but then she ends up with the good guy, the nice guy, right? As they would say. So, long story short, I was in a relationship with a beautiful black woman. Let me say that again, since everybody thinks I'm a coon. A beautiful black woman when I was 24 years old. And that relationship destroyed my self esteem.
Uh-huh.
Um, the woman, I believe her to be a borderline personality disorder. Let me just preface, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. However, if you look at the characteristics of a borderline personality disorder, she fit those traits. They're highly manipulative women.
Uh-huh.
They tend to have abandonment issues, which she had abandonment issues because of her father. And then they take you on a roller coaster emotionally. So they will make you feel like, Aaron, you're like the best thing in the world, right?
Uh-huh.
They will uplift you. These women will make you feel like $1 million. But then when these women feel down, they will make you feel like you're a piece of turd on the street, you know? And of course, one thing about borderline personality disorder women, and I'm trying to keep this clean, is they have an insane sex drive. So
Uh-huh.
imagine, Aaron, as a young 20-year-old, you're with a beautiful woman, and I mean, w- she wanted to do it all the time. I mean, what more could a young man ask for, right? So, long story short, the relationship ended because I had strong suspicion that she was, being unfaithful.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
when the relationship ended, that's when things really went left, Aaron. Basically, what happened was it was constant harassment. 10 phone calls a day, voicemails. She even had her cousin from New York call me at my job and say, threaten me to get back with her. She had her friends calling saying, what are you going to do about this baby, Solo? This baby's coming, and you the father. And while her friend is on the phone, she's in the background pretending to be throwing up. Look, Aaron, you said it yourself. I'm not the most IQ person. I'm not that creative to come up with a story like that. That is false. This is a true story. And I've even mentioned this before on my channel. So it got so out of hand, she even would show up randomly to my house. And basically, my reputation in the town where I was at and with the people that I live with got ruined because, of course, it was the situation where believe all women, right? Even though the relationship ended because I suspected she was cheating on me. And so she was able to manipulate everybody around my social circle and friends and people and basically ruin my reputation. And of course, we can also get into the topic of pretty privilege. I do believe that is real. We can get into that a bit later. So, long story short, I ended up moving 50 miles out of town. And I was a young 20-year-old at the time, Aaron. I was broke as a joke. I was sleeping. This is how broke I was, Aaron. I was sleeping on a little air mattress bed that I got at Walmart for $30. And then when I was able to afford a bed, I bought a twin size bed. Now, I'm a big guy. I'm nearly 6 feet tall, 200 and something pounds. You know, I've been losing weight. And I'm sleeping on this bed, crouched down, like I'm some sort of a homeless person. No offense to homeless people. And so, long story short, I finally was able to work myself up a bit and get myself financially better. And then I dealt with a beautiful young Caucasian woman. And it was the most heartbreaking thing, Aaron. What happened was it was my birthday. And I had a birthday at the club. Back in the day, remember when Young Jock and Young Jeezy were popping?
Yeah, I
You
was in
know,
high school at the time. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if you know hip hop music, Aaron. I do know that you're an anime guy, and we can have a conversation as
Not
well.
really, but
You're not?
no, Dragon Ball Z a little bit, but I never got into whole anime stuff.
Okay. So basically, what happened was it was my birthday, and she showed up, but then her friends were there, and she spent more time with her friends. So basically, I got semi ghosted at my own birthday party. Can't make that up. Then there was another girl. Let's call her Kelsey. Kelsey was beautiful, right? She could have been a model. Beautiful girl. We had really great chemistry. I met her on, this is funny. This is going to be the funniest part. I met her on a website called blackplanet.com. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of that website. Now, she's a white girl on blackplanet.com. That should have been a red flag right there. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, Kelsey ended up putting me in the friend zone. I remember one night we were sleeping on my twin bed. I don't know how we fit, but we made it work. And I was trying to, no weirdo stuff, but I was trying to, get it popping. And long story short, Kelsey basically put me in the friend zone. But the whole time, because we had such chemistry, right? She would tell me about these other guys she was dealing with. These guys were drug dealers, street guys, the bad boy that a lot of content creators like to talk about. And eventually I figured out that, Kelsey was for the streets. She was a thought. But I came at it from a completely wrong mindset. And so, even though I was in relationships before these situations and I was intimate with women, there was always I was always going through these weird situations with women. And the women that I really wanted, I just, for some reason, I couldn't get them, even though I was, dating the beautiful black woman. But for the most part, it was always something. So then finally one day, long story short, I don't remember what I Googled, but I Googled something about how to approach women or something. And a bunch of PUA websites came up, but I didn't care for those websites. Because they were too much based on PUA jargon, right? It made it seem like dealing with women was a technical formula to figure out, and we both know that that's not true. Women are not like some sort of a formula, or a theory or something that you can just plug in A to get X equals Y or something. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
long story short, um, I found this one website that you already know where I'm at, So Suave, and it was just like Pandora's box had been
Hmm.
opened. And there were, at that time, you got to remember, this was back in 2008, 2009, when the PUA seduction community was huge. Granted, and this was back in the forums, right?
Hmm.
Now, So Suave, let me state for the record, was not a PUA forum. It was a forum based off of self improvement, which, of course, the primarily popular topics were regarding women, right?
Hmm.
And so I delved into this, and there was something back then that people used to write known as field reports, right?
Yeah, I know what field
So
reports are. Yeah.
yeah. For the audience that may not know, basically a field report is some where a guy would go out for a night and then he would do a write up on it, right? And that's something that I needed. I needed to know, okay, because everybody can give you some general thing about approach a woman and say hi, okay, you know. But the field reports, there was a guy named Snowplow Man, and the way he wrote, he was a brilliant writer. His writings are still up. Brilliant. The way he would break down his interactions, and it wasn't like he was a one of these PUA nerds. Like, okay, first I did A1, then I went to A2, then I spun around. No, it was very organic how he
Hmm.
met women and whatnot. And so I started to, I did very simply. I started to test certain things where I would say, okay, let's say went out for a night, for example. I would do three things, for example. So, for example, I might do something like get rejected by three women tonight might be a goal. A second goal might be, um, I'm trying to think, approach 10 women for the night. And then the third goal might be maybe be in a conversation with a woman for 5 minutes, right? So I would just do little steps and whatnot. And the rabbit hole started to get very, very deep. Now, let me fast forward because I don't want to bore you with more details.
Hmm.
It's 2010 to 2013. I wrote a very small blog known as The Soloist. The Soloist blog was a blog about my journey. It initially started from women, but then it was still primarily women, let's be honest. But then it delved into the journey of self improvement. And my blog, I didn't have a big following, not at all. It was very small. However, my blog, I had a very, very enthusiastic core following. And my blog got the attention of notable people at the time, bloggers such as a guy by the name of Rollo Tomasi, who I know you know about, and
Hmm.
another guy named Rushvi. And they would sometimes repost my blog on their Twitter, or Rollo had it on his feed. You know when they have like other blogs that you can click on the right hand side on WordPress?
Hmm.
That was huge at the time because I was getting a lot of traffic because of that. And so my blog at the time was completely different than Rollo because Rollo's blog is heavily theory based, and there are a lot of truths in this blog, but a lot of it is theory based. Let's be honest. But what made my blog different than Rollo and Rush's was I would have pictures in my blog, on a night out where I would talk about, hey, I was dealing with this girl or that girl, and then I would do pictures. I didn't do it for validation. I did it because at the time, it was a different criteria. It's not like it is now where a guy can make a YouTube channel and say, hey guys, my name is my name is my name is Affelfunkel. I'm great with women. I smash the hottest women, right? Anybody
Hmm.
can do that now. And nobody, there's no way to verify if those guys are legit. There's no way to vet these guys because as long as they're saying something that aligns with a lot of the, either you want to, if you want to call it red pill philosophy, Macish philosophy, nobody's, and they look the part, everybody's gonna assume like, okay, they might be legit. But during the time when I was blogging, nobody could just make a blog and say you were a player or you were this and that. You had to have some sort of evidence or cosign, right? And so for me, I enjoyed meeting women. I
Hmm.
really enjoyed it. I didn't do it for the validation of other men. I enjoy the company of women, particularly beautiful women, right? And I enjoyed taking pictures. I do photography and videography too as a side hustle. So I enjoyed taking pictures of that because it like allowed me. And also, one of the main reasons I took pictures is because sometimes if you went out and you had a couple drinks, let's just keep it real, you might not remember, right? But pictures would always help me remember. And then, when I type up my report, I'd have the pictures and stuff like that. So then fast forward, because like I said, I'm skipping a lot, and if you have questions, you certainly can follow up. Um, I started a YouTube. I had the YouTube channel in 2009, but I kept it as I wasn't really YouTubing. I had certain videos that I just my laptop back then. Laptops had like 500 megabytes for memory or some shit like that, right? They weren't that good. So back then, I did a YouTube channel to upload, maybe clips of when me and my friends went out, but they were private. And then when I stopped blogging, I would still make videos here intermittently, but I wasn't consistent until about 2015. And then I decided to just make videos every day. And well, the rest is history. Yeah.
Okay, I guess you said that to try to, I guess, provide some backgrounds into, because you pretty much have a typical red pill narrative, and that's related to many of the people I've interviewed, where it's usually your experience with women that kind of led you into the community.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself red pill though, um, because of the fact that I, when you are really dealing with women in real life, not on no internet shit, excuse my language, but not everything is black and white when you're dealing with women, right? There's various shades of gray. And that's just not with red pill with women, but also in life in general. There are various shades of gray. There's a lot of ideology in red pill that I agree with, but I
Like
like
what?
to.
I'm just curious.
So one of the things I agree with is, yeah, I believe that women are hypergamous. Yes. I think that for the most part, women are always going to look at dating or mating with the best options that they can. I do agree with that. You know,
Okay.
the one part that I don't agree with is the whole AWOL thing that all women are like that. That's, to me, that's kind of disingenuous, because for you to say as a man that all women are the same, then basically, then you believe that all men are the same. So if a woman says all men are dogs, all men are cheaters, and you believe that all women are for the streets, all women are thotty boxes, all women are, whatever, then by your logic, by that logic, right, Aaron, then all
Hmm.
men should be the same as well. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree with that?
I know it makes sense. Actually, I would say that. Yeah, I
So
don't fall to the whole like generalizations.
yeah, so my ideology is based off of a little bit of everything. The great Bruce Lee, who the martial artist, says, "Be formless like water. Be able to adapt." So that is my philosophy. It's not, we live in times now. Right now, 2021 is completely different than 2016, and 2021 is definitely completely different than a decade ago, 2011. So you have to be able to adapt. Societal norms are
Hmm.
changing on a daily basis. That doesn't mean that as a man you shouldn't have core foundations. I think that every man should have core foundations, particularly foundations built on integrity, build on high moral character, and build on, you know, helping your fellow man. So there's certain things there's certain principles, there's certain codes that I live by, and there are people, Aaron, that I know in real life personally. They watch my YouTube channel. So what I'm saying is, I can't come on YouTube and pretend like I'm somebody that I'm not, because those people that I deal with, these are people that are of high moral character. These are people that have integrity. These are people that are pillars in the community. Some of them, and so it's very important that I let that be known.
Okay, because I've been critical of some of the people I know you hang with, like modern life dating, because I'm very critical about the whole
I've never hung
dating
out with
courses.
them in real life.
Okay, but you did live streams with
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
though.
I did a live with modern life dating, and as you know, your cohorts. I don't know if you're still cool with those guys, those black pill guys. They came at me maliciously. They came at, you know why they came at me, Aaron?
Oh, why?
No, I'm asking you. Do you?
Oh, not originally. No, I mean it just
They came
came out
at
of
me.
nowhere when I saw it.
They came at me because I was affiliated with dating coaches, not because I'm selling a dating course, which I've never done. I've never claimed to be a dating coach. Matter of fact, I emphasize numerous times ever since 2015, I'm not a dating coach. I'm just a guy with a lot of experience when it comes to, dating women or approaching women. I've never claimed to be a dating coach. Aaron, if I was a dating coach, would I go on YouTube and admit that I've been with a bunch of fours and fives?
I mean, some do.
I'm just being honest. But listen, like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't been with beautiful women, of course, but I don't know any dating coach that I don't think it's good for a dating coach to try to sell a course and admit that. Of course, we do know dating coaches that admit to being with hot women, and then it's found out later that their women aren't that hot, right? So the
What, like
reality
Donovan Sharp, something like that?
the reality is that well, if the shoe fits, wear it, I guess. But the reality is, Aaron, is that for me personally, um, transparency has always been important in my content. Authenticity has always been important. I'm not the most well spoken guy. I'm not the most intelligent. I'm not the most charismatic. I think that one thing that helped me be a successful YouTuber has been my authenticity. And that's what I go by. I go by being who I am. I don't try to be somebody I'm not.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Like I said, I didn't have any kind of prepared question, but I do have a question about hypergamy because if I'm correct, I know hypergamy is a social science term to describe women who like marry up compared to where they were previously. But in the red pill, it almost seemed like they use it to describe women like naturally are like inclined to make that decision. When in reality, people never get what they want. I mean, they always settle for. I mean, it's very rare for somebody to get their ideal partner. So that's why when people say hypergamy, that kind of confuses me.
Well, you have to realize that when you talk about hyper
Hypergamy? Okay, I don't know.
hypergamy,
Okay,
right,
yeah.
right. Uh, Everybody, Aaron, men and women, you're gonna try to get the best deal that you can, right? When you go to the grocery store, or let's say you go to the Louis Vuitton store, do you want to buy some shoes at full price? Or if they told you, hey, we have a 30% off coupon today, would you like to use it? You're gonna use the 30% coupon, right? To get the
Yeah,
best
but
deal.
the analogy in dating is a little different because normally there's nobody I've ever dated where there was like a particular characteristic that I probably didn't like, but they had other characteristics that pretty much overshadowed it. So I don't think you're just never going to find that perfect package when it comes to dating.
But the reality is, Aaron, we live in a society now where women are being told by society, the media, even sometimes in their own household, that you are from an early age, you are a princess. Your daddy's little girl, your daddy's little princess, mommy's little princess. They go to school. Women can do it too. Women can do this, can do that. Women are taught from an early age the art of entitlement, right? And so now we're in a society where you have a woman like Lizzo on Instagram crying about no man wanting her. Well, gee, Lizzo, I wonder why. Just because you're famous and you're talented, and I'll never take that away from Lizzo. She is a good singer. But come on, Lizzo. Her stomach, she got like two of mines. You know what I mean? So the reality is that, a woman like Lizzo feels that she's entitled to getting a top-notch dude, right? In regards to looks and status. Drake, great artist, by the way. Drake and Lizzo? Should Drake get with Lizzo when Drake can get with uh Bella Hadid or somebody like that? You know what I mean? So women are always going to look for the best thing. Men get with what they can. That's just the reality of life. And so when you start to look at this, right? And you start to look at the rise of Kevin Samuels, for example, and you see
Hmm.
how popular he has gotten over the last year. And you see woman after woman after woman after woman come on talking about, I want a high value man. But she got 3 kids. She's 35. And she doesn't even hang in the area where a high value man would be at. And even if she met a high value man, let's say I fit the criteria of a high value man, do you think that she would pick me? No. She's going to try to pick Trey Songz. She's going to try to pick Drake. But guess what? Drake and Trey Songz got options. Why would they settle with a Lizzo when they can get a Bella Hadid or a Rihanna?
Depends what they like, but also I would say the thing about the high value man. I mean, of course, Kevin Samuels popularized it, so people just don't say that in actual life. I mean, that's more somebody I've only seen on YouTube, and I don't even know how those women are defining what they consider to be a high value man. Is it Kevin
What do
Samuels'
you mean? Wait, wait,
definition, or
wait,
is it
wait.
their own
Aaron,
definition
you don't think women have these conversations behind closed doors?
in terms of high value man?
Yeah. I mean, they might not use the term high value man, but
Hmm.
you really don't think women, I mean, they call them, back in the day, they used to call them ballers. That was the term. Oh, girl, I want me a baller. I need me a
I mean,
hooper.
I've seen that, but I just couldn't. I would never generalize like that because that was more associated with social class when the neighborhood I lived in, where I saw that routinely.
Women have these conversations, right? Men, when we have these conversations, they call it locker room talk. I call those conversations between women wine talk because typically there's a bottle or two of wine. And women have these conversations, but make no mistake, women have conversations about the type of man that they're looking for, the type of man that they want.
Hmm. Yeah, but like I said before, people normally don't get exactly what they want, so that's why for me it really just goes in one ear and out the other when people tell me what they want because I just know it's just not
But here's the thing:
realistic.
we've gotten to such a point now. The reason why you see such a rise of women talking about high value man is
Uh-huh.
because the dating game is now deregulated. So what I'm saying is, there's this whole myth, Aaron, that guys who are Chads or Tyrones are only dealing with hot women. Right? That's a myth. I know guys that are Chads and Tyrones that if they're in a drought, when that Stacy or that Bernice Bear was gorgeous, by the way.
Hmm.
If she can't come through on a Wednesday night to clap some cheeks, they're gonna go to Lizzo. These guys are gonna smash a Lizzo off of Tinder or Bumble on a Wednesday night where if they don't have options and they know they don't have to take her on a date, then they're gonna smash a Lizzo. So what happens? Lizzo gets smashed by 3, 4 of these type of guys. Now Lizzo in her mind thinks, well, gee, I can have sex with Tyrone and Chad. So I deserve a Tyrone or Chad in a relationship. I've seen this. I've seen women, Aaron, that even you would think Indiana negative tens. I'm bad, right? And these women are just hideous. But guess what? There was some guy desperate enough on a Wednesday night to slide his shish kebab up in her box. And so the reality is what happens is some of these women, they're in denial because the only reason why those men stay around is because those women will give the men sex, will give the men money, will feed the man, clothe the man, maybe buy him some Jordans, some weed, some alcohol. You know what they call those type of men? They call them homosexuals because they live off of women. And so
I sense
now these
passive
women start to
aggressiveness
think to
here.
themselves, I deserve this type of guy. And this is why the dating market now is in an influx because you have a bunch of women who really think that they deserve that type of guy. Hold on a second. I got to fix my camera real quick, Aaron.
Hmm.
Bear with me one moment. I'm just putting myself on mute. But if you want to say something, go ahead, bro.
Oh, well, no, okay, I guess I'm a historian first and foremost. So whenever people talk about women, quote unquote, has changed, I always think in economic terms. I'm thinking like, well, when? What are the factors? Not just randomly people just woke up one day and started saying they want a quote unquote high value man, which is really popularized by Kevin Samuel. So that's why it doesn't really make sense to me when people just act like things just change overnight without any without any contributing factors or backing up evidence to explain those contributing factors. Hmm. Hmm.
See,
Is good.
Aaron, you are starting to sound a bit naive. Hold on. I got to hit this Perrier again. You starting to sound naive, brother. Let me put you on some game.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because here's the thing, Aaron. You, I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming you're in your late 20s, early
I
30s.
turned 30 in May, so yeah, I'm 30.
Okay. Do you have plans to get married in the future, sir? I'm going somewhere with this. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
Yeah, would like to. I mean, I can't say current plans right now, but like to. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an ideal partner in mind in terms of personality and physically?
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody does.
Okay. Can you give a description of what your ideal partner is? I'm going somewhere with this. I just
Yeah,
want to hear what your ideal partner is.
I'll just put that on pause for now because I don't like giving too much detail about myself.
Okay. Okay. All right. I find that interesting that you don't want to answer that question. Do you feel that you don't want to answer that question because people might ostracize you for your choice?
No, it's just that I don't really. It's not something I think about every day. So,
Like your ideal partner is a woman, correct?
yeah, you would. Yeah, you.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure
that.
because women have vaginas, Aaron. So I just want to make sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, what is with that? The whole like idea that I don't like women, or I maybe not like women. I don't really get that.
Well, let's address that, Aaron. So a lot of people have questioned your motives. Now, first you said you wanted to document and track the space, right? And when you first started, because I read your blog, I'm not gonna lie, I read your blog because I even commented on it. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Now you mentioned the blog, you're not doing this for monetary gain or clout or fame and what have you. But I started to notice a change in you that once you started making YouTube videos, you started gaining some traction on some videos. By the way, I noticed that actually 5 of your top 10 videos in the Tracking the Manosphere channel are about me. So that's, hey, I guess my name still rings bells. And 2 of your top videos on this channel are about me. So, hey, I guess my name still
Which
rings
ones?
bells.
I know the one about the immaturity. What's the second one?
The second one is a clip of me interviewing Fresh and Fit.
On this? Oh no, that's about Fresh and Fit. Your name didn't drive that algorithm.
Well, I still was in the video, so I guess you can give me partial credit. But anyway, so so then people are wondering what your motives were, because you didn't want to come on anybody's platform to do an interview or a debate. You didn't want to do that. You were just basically writing blogs, taking the worst part of what somebody would say and put it up. And then you started your channel, and I started to notice now you posting selfies like you Trey Songz or you Tyson Beckford. And so now I'm wondering, what's going on? Because if I post a picture of me and another content creator on my community wall, that's just to show like, hey, a collab is happening. But so people are wondering, Aaron, are you trying to use this to meet your zaddy or what? That's why people are wondering, because nobody knew who you were. Nobody knew your intentions. Were you trying to use this to, get the sympathy of the black femalehood so you could finagle yourself into some coochie? Brother, we got questions and you still haven't given the answers.
Actually, I have. I think people are just too lazy to read them. I mean, there was an about section on the blog. There's an about section on this channel. I've stated it numerous times. But I really think the core of it is that a lot of people here always center everything to sex because they have a very transactional view of the world. So the idea of doing something because you believe is right is kind of a far-fetched idea to some people in this space.
Look, Aaron. Look, I admire your confidence posting selfies. And, while people are calling me ugly in the chat, brother, I'm sorry, brother, but even I'm not that arrogant where I'm posting selfies of myself, because 90% of my audience is men. You feel me? So I gotta wonder, brother. It's like, are you advertising for Keisha, Lanisha, Bumquisha in the comments, or are you advertising for Sam, Gustavo, or Francesco? That's where that comes from.
Oh wow! I had a feeling this conversation was going to sink into this.
No, I mean, it's a legit question. So that's why when you post a clip of people are wondering, everybody's wondering about your motives. Because I got to be honest with you, Aaron, and you do seem very disingenuous, sir.
In terms of
your motives, I get Dexter vibes from you.
Dexter Laboratory? Dexter what?
Dexter, the serial killer.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, it's a show, and Dexter was great in the show Dexter. Dexter during the day was a forensic type lab specialist, doing investigations. And so he would do blood work on murders that happened. But at night, he would track the killers down and then he would serve them justice. You know what I think, Aaron? I think that you have a great public image as being a sympathizer to the black woman. But behind doors, I think, bro, you might be like a freak. You might like having threesomes with women or who knows, group sex. I don't know what you're into, bro. But listen, bro, I can tell, bro. You might play that nice guy role, but behind doors, bruh, you're not fooling me. I think, bro, you might, who knows? Maybe you have a sex addiction as well. Who knows? But anyway, I'm merely speculating. I don't have any facts, Aaron. I mean, obviously, only you know what you like to do behind closed doors. Only you know your fetishes. I don't know, brother. I'm not here to judge you, but people have questions because
People have questions, or you
very
have questions.
disingenuous.
Seem more like you have questions than people have questions.
I mean, brother, you act like it's just me that has a
No, it's not. I mean, there's other people, but they're more like, they're not major content creators. Because Obsidian has never questioned my sexuality. The only person who has, to my knowledge, is Babatunde Omana, who doesn't make content but has a blog. That's it on top of my head. I can't remember every single person.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, bro. If you like men, hey, live your truth. I'm not here to judge you. That's not my thing. But like I just want you to be honest, bro. But if you like men, live your truth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Again, this is just the typical. To me, that's just indicative of the homophobia that's rampant in the manosphere.
I mean, it's not
juvenile insults that people
homophobia.
hurl
It's just
at each other.
At the end of the day, when you posting selfies on your community wall, are you trying to fly one of these girls out? I mean, I'm just one. And if you are, bro, I'm not mad at that. I mean, it's not a secret. I was trying to fly Janae out. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Aaron, I'm not going to lie, bro, because I know Janae is going to come up. Janae, I never called Janae ugly. I never said that. Janae is a beautiful woman. Matter of fact, Janae can get it without the regard for humanity on some Thanos shit. I would bunker buster her with the force of 10,000 Thors. I mean, Janae, beautiful woman. Personality, not so much.
Okay, this is very classic Midwestern passive aggressiveness.
No, I mean, am I lying? So you think Janae has a sweet, charming?
Oh no, I was talking about the whole terms of the super chat for the deadbeat dad, the classic bait and switch. I kind of feel like this is coming.
I don't think I bait and switch. I'm answering the questions honestly.
Yeah.
So,
but it is still like the whole question of somebody's sexuality is definitely still insult, really, when it comes to them making arguments. That confused me about this. That's why I thought a lot of people here were very juvenile.
And here's the thing, Aaron. I don't think you're gay, to be honest. I just think that you have a naive view of women. You have a very naive view of women. I used to be just like you. I used to be the guy on the first date bringing a girl a rose. And a girl would be, oh, you're so sweet. I'd get a kiss. I'd get ghosted. I used to be the guy texting girls good morning and good night. Don't act like you don't do it. I know you do it. I used to be you, Aaron. So when I think that's why you and I, it's weird because, like, I guess people would say you're my arch nemesis, but I used to be you. So when I see you, it's kind of like...
If you used to be me, I don't think you'll be in the same predicament currently.
Well, I'm talking about with women. I don't know what your other aspects of life are, but your view of women, I used to have that view. That's what I'm talking about. You think girls are candy and spice and everything nice. I used to think that too. I used to write girls' poetry, Aaron. You ever did that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just laughing right now because it's entertaining to me, especially if you're making those assumptions.
I mean,
because I'm actually critical of people who have the whole red pill raise and the idea that they used to be like have these optimistic views about women. And, I knew I had a lot of female friends growing up. So most of this stuff to me is just kind of like, wow, it took you until like 20, 30, 40 something to even know.
All your content doesn't, I've never heard you hold women accountable in any of your content.
No, there's that's because the focus is mostly the manosphere, and there's a few videos where I do talk about
then you are
female side.
Woman sympathizer.
No,
but you never hold women accountable in any of your content.
Accountable in terms of
what? Valid points. You completely disregard what we say, and half of your videos are out of context, by the way.
Half of them are out of context?
You always absolve the woman. You always do that. So you, sir, are like young Pharaoh. The woman is your god.
Well, give me an example. I'm just curious. You said half of my video, so you probably have a lot to select from.
Bro, the one video where you were talking about statistics, and then you saying that we're not, deciphering the statistics right. You were talking about, and Bernard Riley actually did an excellent response to you.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't agree with
But
everything,
the
but I saw that.
CDC does show that 80% of Black women are overweight, 70% of Black women are single mothers. These are facts. So how do
Okay.
you
I
make
never said
that?
70% of you said wait, single mother, you mean born out of wedlock, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I never said that wasn't true. The whole out of
But
wedlock.
see, you never addressed that. You kind of just in your video you glitched over it. And so I'm asking you, Aaron, like, yeah, we understand that men who have unprotected sex or men who get women pregnant, there is responsibility in the man to take care of his child. But you never hold the women accountable for not maybe using protection or having children out of wedlock. I've never heard you address that.
Yeah, because I'm talking about the manosphere, which really kind of
Right,
demonizes women
exactly.
for
So once
having
again,
out of
you're
wedlock.
sympathizing with the
Of
woman.
course, when it comes to having a kid out of wedlock, of course, it takes two to tangle, most definitely.
Right, but once again,
But
every
what's weird to
time.
me is how the manosphere will literally, they'll kind of complain about it, which I kind of get it, but at the same time, just encourage like promiscuity, and which of course kind of like just further promotes the behavior that they're complaining about. So that's the hypocrisy the contradiction that I don't understand.
Well, because a lot of modern women, especially in the West, they're not girlfriend or wifey material.
Define
When you
modern
have
women.
when you have
Curious.
the modern woman listening to Cardi B and a Megan Thee Stallion that with that wet ass pussy, you have girls shaking and twerking Saturday night at the club to that song, busting it wide open, and you can smell the weave and the coochie sweat while she twerking that ass. And then these are the same women that men should get into relationships with and make them as wives. Look at Russell Wilson. His wife is twerking all over TikTok. She was twerking in Italy for a bunch of white men just busting it way low with Megan Thee Stallion. Is that what wives do?
I don't know who Russell Wilson is.
What? Come
I don't
on,
know.
Aaron.
No, I
Stop
don't.
the
I'm really
cap.
bad when it comes to pop culture. But no, seriously. I don't know why you guys use a lot of pop
Come
culture
on,
reference
Aaron.
to
Stop
talk
the cap,
about
bro.
women. Now, just for clarity, when you say modern women, are you guys referring to women that perpetuate
Okay, so
second
here,
feminism?
hold on. Let me. When I speak about modern women, let me,
Hmm.
because that term, I was using that term before Kevin was. I'm not saying I coined it. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that. But when I use the term modern women, I'm talking about women from the ages of 18 to 40.
So 18. So pretty much young to middle aged women. So that's what you're talking about.
Those are modern women, yes, sir. Modern women is emphasis on women that are in the dating market, and I'm
So
listen.
single women. Okay,
Single
single
women,
women.
correct. 18 to 40. I don't care about no 60-year-old women. That's not the women
So you're
I'm
saying
going
that
after.
those women are the ones that are twerking to Cardi B.
18 to 40, of course. What about that? Last year, the videos that came out, a bunch of women acting a fool at that restaurant in Texas, and the guy who owns the restaurant is a black attorney, and he had
So
to tell the women to pipe down.
mhm,
I
mhm.
mean, it's
This is something
ridiculous.
about the Manosphere I don't get either. Like you guys use viral videos as a parameter to measure, women's behavior.
But
I
here's
don't
the
really
thing,
get
Aaron.
that.
I'm so glad you brought that up. You're not talking to a guy who just sits behind a computer. I'm actually out in the field. I'm doing the recon. I'm doing the field work. I'm actually out there. That's one of the reasons why you got a lot of these YouTubers, right? Either they're mad at me or these YouTubers, they understand like, yo, Solo is not just capping. And that's one of the reasons why I made my Instagram, I made it public because I wanted the people to know that I wasn't some basement dweller, that I'm actually out there. I don't know any other YouTuber, and once again, this is where people think I'm capping or I'll be making stories, but I don't know any other YouTuber that is in Fashion Week behind the scenes in his city or even in New York. I don't know anybody else who's done that in this sector, and I don't
Mhm.
even consider myself part of the sector anymore because of the content that I'm doing nowadays. My life, when I talk about my life and being in a social circle with successful black men and beautiful women, people think I'm capping. But that's an average Friday night for me. So when people think I'm capping, I understand because a lot of the people in your chat, they are those women that are calling Kevin Samuels looking for a high value man that got 3 kids and that just got ran through. Me
But
personally, I don't deal with women like that. That's why when you go on my channel, you notice how the content has evolved. I don't even talk about single mothers anymore. Why? Because I don't deal with women like that. I don't bring raggedy ass women around me. If a woman can, all she can do is shake her ass and twerk, that's all she's good for. All she can do then is show me to a righteous woman, or a woman that is of quality. Because a lot of these women, Aaron, and you can be a sympathizer if you want to be, but a lot of these women are now complaining about that there aren't enough high income marriage material men. There are articles on this. There's statistics
Yeah,
on
I
it.
know about the whole, men not
So
finishing
you have these women
college the first time.
complaining
Yeah.
about aren't good enough men out there. But then when you go out in the field, when you go out to, wherever it is that you meet women, whether it's you're doing your hobbies, you're just living your life, your social circle, or the club, wherever. All these women have the same mentality of entitlement. Not all of them, but most of them do have this entitled mentality. And a lot of them are not relationship minded in regards to being wifey material or even girlfriend material. A lot of women think that they can be Tatianas and then they can have a husband too. Brittany Renner's the perfect example of that. Brittany Renner's
But
the perfect
you're
example
still
of that.
naming pop culture examples. I don't really
But
get
but
that.
but that's because the pop culture example mirrors real life. You still missing the point,
But the
Aaron.
average person
These
cannot
women
relate to
look at
somebody.
Lizzo, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Brittany Renner. They look at those women as examples of what they can get or aspire to be.
According to what? I mean,
According to my recon, the field work,
so
the approaches, the articles, the video breakdowns that I've done, according to the statistics.
mhm.
And
That's
Aaron, if you don't
still
see it, I don't know what to tell you. The days of women that are wifey, like Aaron, do you really think how many women would you say are wifey or girlfriend material in this day of age?
I mean, how are you defining it?
Percentage. I mean, whatever your definition of girlfriend or wifey material is, a woman
I
that
mean,
is honest, a woman that is feminine, submissive, has a affectionate personality, a woman that is nurturing, a woman that cares about matters of the soul, a woman that embraces her man leading a relationship.
that's asking
Traditional
for a
gender
lot.
roles.
That's asking for a
Traditional
lot.
gender roles. How many women qualify?
I can't put a percentage on that, but that's asking for a lot, to be totally honest, especially when I consider
That's
what
asking for a
guys in the
lot.
space are willing to
Aaron,
offer. That's asking for
you
a
know
lot.
what I'm telling you? A lot of these modern women, I'm a lot of these modern women
Mhm.
disregard men. The same men that they disregard, they wouldn't give their father or brother a chance if you were to look at it like that. A lot of women want everything because they have been told that they can get everything. And this is where the reality, and see, this is what with the wall, and this is another red pill thing I don't agree with. I do believe the wall exists, but let me explain. There are two types of walls. The first wall is the marriage wall, right? I do believe that there's a certain age where women hit a marriage wall where they can't find their ideal mate that they want to marry, right? Now, the sexual wall, that's where everybody conflates it, is where women can't have sex with the guy. No, women can always have sex with whatever guy, right? Even Lizzo could probably snag a Drake for a night or two, but women can't keep that guy. So women, there are two walls, in my opinion: the
Mhm.
marriage wall and then the sexual wall. And a lot of women are frustrated because once they get a certain age and they hit that marriage wall, now all of a sudden, even though they may still get that sexual access to that type of man, but they can't hold him down anymore, meaning they can't snag him down where they get into a relationship with that guy. And so this is where a lot of women get it confused. And that's why you have a guy like Kevin Samuels who has become so popular because he's breaking that down to women. I'm sorry, Aaron. Let me I gotta hit this water real quick, bro. I'm gonna let you talk, man. My throat is parched. This is fun. Ain't this fun, Aaron? Oh, you got wait, Aaron, everybody thought this. That's facts! That's facts! Everybody thought I was gonna yell at you. Ah, this is fun. We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
I mean, I disagree with some of the stuff. I said, I think to me, it's just like overtly generalized. I also think it depends where you hang out. I know one thing about the red pill, a lot of red pillars, when they critique women, they have like a history of hanging out at places where it's probably not ideal to meet somebody in a relationship, like clubs, bars in Las Vegas and Miami, and then not to mention all across the country. So I don't really understand their critiques when they're meeting women at places where you're probably not going to meet an
Wait,
ideal
where in Vegas was you at, bro? Where in
No,
Vegas?
I'll talk about red pillars
I
who
mean,
talk about women and they have a
Aaron,
history of being in those
that proves
cities.
my point. How is it that I live in Minnesota, but I
Mhm,
have
Indianapolis, yeah.
audience members from New York, Georgia, Alabama, Idaho, California, Mississippi, Denver, Texas, all over the United States, that when I talk about this stuff, it resonates with them. So you know what? Because me and the fellas in my town, my homies, we used to talk about it. And then when I started doing YouTube videos, and I had all these men from all these different parts of the country that say, "Yo, I deal with this too," or "I'm dealing with that." Then I realized, you know what? This isn't just a Midwest thing. This is a global thing. And the reality is, women are frustrated with modern men. Why? Because they feel like, oh, men don't want to commit. But the men that they're talking about are men of a certain group. We call them the top 20%, right? The Pareto principle in the space. There are women in the chat right now saying I'm annoying, I'm ugly. If I was the perfect gentleman to those women, or I had the perfect approach, it doesn't matter. Because she may not be attracted to me. She would never give me the time of day. She would never even consider me. Even though I may be the perfect boyfriend or husband to that woman, I would treat her the way she wants to be treated. I would do everything perfectly. I'm not good enough. But the reality is, women only look at a small segment of men. And they get frustrated when they keep getting pumped and dumped, keep getting smashed and dashed. They get frustrated because they're punching above their level. Listen, Aaron, I'm going to be real. I'm not a model. Everybody used to call me Kenan Thompson. I'm working on the weight. But the reality is, I'm realistic enough to know that just because I had one night relationship with a model once or twice, that doesn't mean that now all of a sudden I'm going to be marrying a model. No, it just means that I had a one night stand with a model once or twice. You got to know your level. A lot of these modern women don't know their level, and this is why these women are frustrated.
Interesting. Because to me, one thing I noticed about the red pill too is that a lot of the young guys, because let's be honest, a lot of people enter it from a place of hurt, but they only stay in here temporarily. So it seems like they're just really naturally
And
just
that's
going
why, Aaron, if you
through.
look at my content, not to cut you off,
What?
but I don't even talk about women. Like 90% of my content is crypto related. That's facts.
Well, you did
No,
like
the
remove a
content
lot of your
where
content
you
too.
splice the video of me talking to Super Simp, when you splice that video, see, this is my real issue with you.
Okay,
You
let's get into it.
Aaron, you are, and this is why I say you're disingenuous, because you are my biggest fan, bro. That's facts. You are
You
my
don't.
biggest fan,
There's
bro.
nothing to be a fan
Bro,
about.
how do you find all these clips?
By
That's
accident.
facts, huh?
By accident, actually. So I miss a lot. No, I always say this
Bro,
all the time,
stop the
mostly
cap.
by accident.
Stop the cap, bro.
Stop
You're
the
my
cap,
biggest
cap,
fan,
cap,
bro,
cap.
because you will find me going crazy. Then you'll chop it up like the mad man that you are, and then boom, you get a big views out of those videos. And this is my issue with you.
Wait,
My
the alpha
issue
male
with
strategy
Super
video
Simp.
was like straight through. I didn't chop that up at
Oh,
all.
come on. But
That
see,
was straight through,
you
by the
left the
way.
most important part out. Because
What?
Aaron, if I didn't know what was going on, I was just a random viewer, and I clicked on that video. All you see in that video was me going crazy. You don't even know the context of the video. Like, why are these two guys yelling at each other?
You didn't
And
provide it in before and afterwards.
when that Super Simp left, and then I was finally able to explain to Reg what my grievances were, because you know that sassy ass, mammy ass nigga wouldn't let me speak. When I finally got to talk, and I told Reg, yo, I thought Sly was a friend, right? But then Sly was doing sucker shit. And when that happened, you didn't put that in the video. So now everybody's watching the video of me yelling, and Sly may think he won because he had a better mic. You just had a better mic, Sly. But Sly, Super Simp, the guy is a traitor. He's not a friend to men. He's a sympathizer, disingenuous, just like I believe you to be. And I thought Sly was a friend. I supported the guy. I really did. I bought his merch. I put his merch up. I would shout him out on videos. And what does Sly do? He makes videos dragging me for 2 years straight. Sneak shot, sneak this, sneak that, dragging me. And so finally, I had enough. I had to check that nigga. Because at the end of the day, I understand why you mad with that LeBron James hairline, nigga. Looking like Aunt Jemima, nigga, with that LeBron James hairline. I get why you mad, Sly. I get it. You want to be part of the circle. You want to be part of the clique. So if you connected, then why aren't you blown up yet, nigga? If you part of the circle, if you part of the clique, sir, why aren't you connected? Why aren't you connected? Sly, why aren't you in the brotherhood? Why aren't you in there if you connected? The reality is Sly snaked me. Sly snaked O'Shea. And once we figured it out, we had to wash our hands with that nigga.
Okay, kind of went after somebody in the live chat.
Well, he's there, of course.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I know Sly's
I
going to
do
make a
find it
response.
hilarious.
This is my last time addressing Sly, by the way. Super simple. Bro, you got put on because you had a viral video going at black women. Oh, you thought because you took it down we forgot? No, sir. We remember. 2010, 2011, you made a viral video complaining about black women. Then your next video that got you noticed by O'Shea was when you come in at the Manosphere. Bro, you're a crab. You're a snake. You're miserable. I'm going to do you a favor since you're a devil worshiper. I'm going to give you some energy. But I will not address you again. Because at the end of the day, I supported you. And you know why he's mad, Aaron? Because everything I talk about, I live by it. And Sly will tell you that. If Sly's a real nigga, he'll tell you that. That, yo, Solo was really out at the clubs. Solo really be at the art galleries. Solo really be at Fashion Week. Sly saw it, and he was shocked. Because Sly thought I was one of the basement dwellers. That's an incel. Facts.
Okay, why are you so, like, I would say hell-bent on, I guess I'm proving the critics wrong online if YouTube is not really that important. Because people say stuff about me all the time, and I just make a joke video about it.
See, people like you and Super Sly, you post selfies. Facts.
Super
Sly's flying women out from his chat. Facts. You guys want to be cool. I already was that nigga before I came on YouTube. It's facts.
Okay, are you still that guy now?
Listen, if I came on YouTube to be cool, would I make a series called Simtails? Would I admit that I've smashed women that were fives? Would I admit taking L's on date? No. If I wanted to be cool, I would lie and say, I'm the best guy out here. I only smash bad bitches. I get all this money. I do all this. Bro, that's not who I am. I am who I am on this platform and outside of it. I have the same energy.
Wait, same energy? Well, I'm kind of curious. I remember you did make several videos saying that you'll pay for a flight for me. So I'm kind of curious.
I mean, I wouldn't pay for a flight for you. I'll pay for a flight for Janae so she can get her back, bro. I'll pay for Janae's flight before I pay for yours, nigga. You know
I'm saying you made a video about it. Oh, you pay a flight, slap me, and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I just made a video about it. I was like, I'm not taking it seriously. I'm just going to laugh at this.
But see, that's YouTube. That's entertainment. See, when people see me go, matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Mm-hmm. When I went on that panel when Supasly was on there, I knew it was gonna go off. That was pre-planned, because I knew it was gonna get views. That was pre-planned. I did it for the views. That's facts. So when people see me go crazy and they think, oh my gosh, this guy's really mad, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what really makes me mad is you have people that make rumors about me. You have this rumor that AMS paid me $200 to shut up. $200? Wow. I mean,
that's a little ironic because the Manosphere makes rumors about its critics all the time. Even though there's no
give me an example.
Oh, well, when Kid Organic claimed that my mother gave me up for adoption, and you literally try to reconfirm that. I'm just like, I don't even know where you got that from.
I never said that. I'm just saying that.
No, you didn't say that, but I saw you in the comments. You made a community post.
No, Aaron, hold up. Let me explain that. Okay. Let me explain that. I got that from you because you have alluded to the fact that you live with your father. Is that correct?
Yeah, I live with my father and my mother.
So then.
But actually both.
Hold on. I'm explaining to you where I got that from.
Okay.
Then you had conversations behind the scenes with Obsidian, which he made, public, and that you had issues with your mom.
Actually, I didn't even allude to the relationship with my mom in the post. I remember that post clearly. I kind of skimmed it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still don't know where this whole adoption stuff comes from. It's bizarre. I said I moved around a lot as a kid. I said
Solo is the simp with no women. 40 still talking about smashing women. And it's so interesting, Aaron. If I showed you the receipts, people would be shocked. And then here's the crazy part, because I noticed the Black Pillars did this. Then they moved the goalposts. As soon as it started showing the receipts, they moved the goalposts. You know what they then said, Aaron? Oh, you pay for those women. It's like, bro, it ain't a supermodel that you see. It like, you want me to call her? Like, there's stuff I've done on live streams. Yo, Aaron, there's one live stream that I'm glad you never clipped. It's the one live stream I did with a woman. I'm glad you never got that live stream. Thank God. I can't even tell you what happened on it. But I'm so glad you never clipped that, because then I would have had to get off YouTube. But for the people that were in the live stream, they know what happened. They know what happened. It got a little OnlyFans-ish, if you know what I'm saying, player. Facts.
Okay. Now, what's with the bragging about sleeping with other women? Because that's something people do when they're in high school and college, and I never really
What's
understood
the point about
that.
How do I brag
talking about live stream?
women?
You said like you woke up next to a pog and all these other women.
When did I say that?
You say that on almost every video you do.
Man, stop the cap, bro.
That's like for real.
Stop the cap. Didn't I say at the beginning of the stream that I enjoy the company of beautiful women?
Yeah, but I'm talking about you always bragging about a woman you're sleeping with. I never understood that. I could get it. Like, I see it if you're in high school and college. That makes sense to me. But after a certain age, I don't see the point of bringing it up.
Yo, you got the pink pill in the chat? Oh, ma'am, you're the same woman that says all Black people are trash and pieces of shit and their mother should have swallowed them. Ma'am, you need to take some seats. I don't even know why you're here. I've never talked about you. The only time I've talked about you was with your when you had your breakup with Cynthia G. And once again, ma'am, you proved yourself to be a snake. Another Black woman that you snake. You and Super Simp 75, you guys should join up and make a podcast together, because both of y'all known for snaking people. You know what I mean? You snake Cynthia, Sly snake me and O'Shea. That's facts.
Oh, okay.
But when it comes to this, about this whole bragging for women, once again,
yeah, I just don't get that. You sent me an email once too, and I'm just like, where is
you make it sound like in every stream I'm talking about, yo, man, I just woke up and I was clapping some shit.
No, you do say that a lot. Like I've heard it numerous times.
Like,
I was going to make a compilation of it once, and I'm like, man, this dude talks about this all the time.
Well, pull the video up.
I don't have the video. I mean, I did show a little snippet in one video I made.
The only video where I talked about it. So I saw that one video where I showed my receipt, because once again, there's this narrative that I'm this incel guy, that I'm in my basement.
But isn't that from the Black Pillars? Not everybody.
So well, it's also when I had beef with other YouTubers. I don't listen. I don't care if people don't think I get pussy or not. There's a reason why my beard is like this nowadays. It ain't just because I got, you know what I'm saying? It really, to me, proving to people on the internet that I get laid is silly. So I don't even know where that's coming from, because why would I
think it comes from your actions, really?
I mean, listen, I enjoy the company of beautiful women. I do. I love women. So this narrative that I hate women, that I hate Black women, if I hated Black women, why would I move to Atlanta? I'm moving to Atlanta. I fell in love. Oh my God. Aaron, I fell in love.
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta. I know how it is.
Black woman in Atlanta. We're about to get married, bro. I'm about to get married, bro, to a Black woman in Atlanta. That's facts. So if
how long you been dating?
Hold on, let me finish. So if I hate women, if I hate Black women, and I'm this sex crazed maniac, even though for the last 2 years I've advocated NoFap and semen retention. Where's this coming from? Why don't people ever talk about that stuff? Why don't people talk about me doing semen NoFap for 2+ years? I've given up pornography, which I think is an evil thing. I've given up pornography. I haven't watched pornography in over 2 years. I've done stints of semen retention for up to 90 days. I've had more wet dreams in the last 2 years than I've had in the last 10.
It's a lot of
That's
detail.
facts.
Okay. TMI.
TMI, TMI. That's facts. Where's this narrative coming from that I hate black women when I've interviewed black women? And I'm not talking about no StreamYard shit. I'm talking about I'm face to face with black women. I interviewed numerous dark-skinned women, light-skinned women. I've interviewed all. I love women. So where does this narrative come from that I hate women, that I hate black women? Where does it come from? How can somebody who hates women, particularly black women, sit next to them and do an interview flirting with them? Where is this narrative coming from, Aaron? And then I got to look at you.
Now,
and I'm
I never said
myself,
that you hated women.
That's where it's coming from.
That I never said you hated women. I just laugh at your videos. They just made me crack up.
But wait. So, Aaron, which is it? First, you say I'm not funny. Then you say I'm funny. So, which is it?
Oh, no. I think you're unintentionally funny. That's the best term to put it in.
I'm accidentally funny when I'm not.
Yeah, like you're not trying to be funny, but it's funny. It's like, so pretty much.
Then I guess I'm funny, right?
No, you got some pretty lame jokes. I'll be honest.
They're lame.
Sometimes I don't mind people make jokes about me.
I get it now, Aaron. As long as the jokes address you, then they're lame. But if it doesn't have anything to do with you, then it's funny. I see now.
No, not necessarily. I just when you try to make jokes, I just don't laugh. I'm like, wow, it's really bad humor.
Okay, all right. I see what's going on, bro. I see. I mean, like I said, I truly believe that you're my biggest fan, bro. Like, you know more about me.
Be a fan about.
You know so much about me, though, bro. Like, how do you know so much about me, Aaron?
You have a huge internet footprint.
But how do you know that?
Oh, I'm a researcher first and foremost. I literally interview people who graduated from high school 50 years ago.
You've researched me.
For the video on the whole like Sexuality, that's probably like the most I did.
And then you said you didn't read my ebook. So
no, I didn't read that.
Then you're a poor researcher because you should have read that ebook. It's free. You should have read it. You should have read it.
Yep, I read it. Not interested. But no, biggest fan. I always kind of laugh at that because you claim that you pretty much made my channel.
I mean, when you go on track in the Manosphere, your 5 out of your top 10 videos are about me.
Yeah, I don't put effort into that channel, by the way.
Huh?
I don't put any effort into that channel.
Please.
No, it's just all I do. I don't do much.
On this channel, some of your most viewed videos are about who? Me.
Only one, because the Fresh and Fit, you just
stop the cap, bro.
You did not drive the algorithm. It was Fresh and Fit that drove the algorithm.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
The cap.
You capping hard right now, bro.
That's actually real.
You know that if you put me in a video, it's going to blow. I'm the most hated person in the Manosphere, and I'm not even part of the Manosphere anymore. I've been kicked out.
A lot of my subscribers who don't follow the Black Manosphere have no idea who you are. I'm just being realistic.
Like I said, I'm not even part of the Manosphere anymore. I've been kicked out.
But you defend it pretty vigorously.
Hold on, Aaron. I'm telling you something. I'm doing crypto content now. I'm not worried about women. I don't have a problem. I'm eating good coochie. I'm not worried about women. I'm doing well. You see, Aaron, when you really practice what you preach, you're doing self-improvement. You're working out. You're studying about your finances, about the stock market, the crypto market. You're enhancing yourself mentally by reading books. I can show you which book I'm reading right now. You're doing the work. When you're really doing the work, then women don't become a priority anymore. Now the priority is to be the best version of me. My YouTube career, my channel is dead. That's not a secret. And I'll probably be done with YouTube. My goal is, and I wasn't even going to announce this, but I'll tell you, Aaron, since you're my biggest arch nemesis. But I'm making this formal announcement. I will be done YouTubing April 22nd of next year. That's when I'm planning to do my last video. And then I'll be doing other part of my life. I'm going to be in Atlanta with my beautiful wife. There's no need for this anymore. I'm moving on to bigger and better things, right? Mm-hmm. So the reality is, and I don't even know what I was saying, but if you look at my content now, Aaron, why is it that I never see you cut and chop up one of my crypto videos, bro?
Oh, that's actually easy. So when I say, so that's funny because I know people in the Manosphere always make this argument that, they say we talk about other things too. And the issue I have with that, you should know this better than I do, how YouTube works. When people subscribe to a channel, it's particularly for a particular content. And with the Manosphere, people come to pretty much vent about women because they're kind of struggling with their dating lives. So I don't think you can't be upset if you have pretty much have a niche audience on that content. And then when you make other content, they don't watch it. And you guys get upset that they're not tuning in.
Now you're doing the Midwest thing. No, you're doing the Midwest thing.
And also, I'm not Midwestern,
Aaron,
so that's kind of different.
Hold on, Aaron. If the Manosphere, if we're all just about toxicity, which once again,
the core of it's about women.
Hold on, Aaron. Let me finish. I've been kicked out of the Manosphere. So if I'm all about toxicity, if I'm all about bashing women, and I've made more crypto content in the last year than ever because I'm migrating to that content, why don't you splice up the videos and question about if what I'm saying about a cryptocurrency is true or not? Because you're being disingenuous. You only care about the clicks and views. Let's keep it 100, brothers. Let's keep it 100, Aaron. You only care about the sensational shit. So if it's about exposing the Manosphere, why not expose what we're talking about when it comes to the stock market, crypto market, when it comes to talking about spirituality, when it comes to that? Why not expose those things?
I mean, that's not the core of the Manosphere. And not to mention, one problem I do have a lot with those videos. Wait, let me finish right here.
The Manosphere, then. That's fact.
Let me finish right here. One problem I do have with a lot of those, it's alternative facts. But one problem I do have with a lot of those videos is that you guys really say a lot of stuff that's really not in depth when you talk about content that's not related to women. And that was actually a criticism I had before I was even critical of this space. It was kind of just like very like surface level knowledge.
Wait, can you repeat the last part again? The last 10 seconds again. Can you repeat that?
Oh, surface level knowledge. Hey, Grind Motivate. Hey, everybody, subscribe to Grind and Motivate channel. He does reaction videos and skits. Are pretty hilarious. No, in terms of what I said. Oh yeah, that's a lot of surface level knowledge. Like people talk about like physical fitness. I'm not an expert in that area, but whenever I watch those videos, it tells me everything they tell me. I already know from my very surface level knowledge about physical fitness.
Okay, Aaron. All right, bro, you capping hard right now, bro. You capping hella hard right now,
positions bro. I've held for a while too, so it's not.
I mean, so at the end of the day,
and not to mention, you did delete a lot of your content,
general knowledge. But once again, you have never watched the crypto content of mine. So, Aaron, this is what I'm gonna do now. Every video, I'm gonna put your name on the title just so I can get you to click on it, and then I'm gonna troll you. It's gonna be nothing but crypto content, so you'll watch. Facts.
Oh boy. Now, sensational. I don't agree with that. I always tell people my content deals with things I disagree with, and other things I find hilarious, and just commentary, like the Donald Trump support among the red pill, which is really
Donald Trump is coming back to office. Aaron,
can I ask you a quick question? So a couple months ago,
okay, go ahead.
A couple months ago, you said you would delete your channel if Donald Trump was president in April, and I thought you were joking. I'm like, wait, what the heck is this dude talking about?
Well, you know what, Aaron? How about this? I'll make this public.
Okay.
You have your pick, Aaron. If Donald Trump is not president by December 31st, I'll either give you $1,000 or I'll get off YouTube.
This year? You're talking about this year?
This year, December 31st.
Do you sincerely believe that?
I believe that with all my heart. I'm not trolling you right now, bro. Donald Trump is coming back.
You sincerely believe a president that lost a Democratic election?
Did you check the results of the Maricopa audit?
Yeah, I saw Arizona, and Donald Trump had less votes.
Right, and they've also noticed that there were a lot of double votes that are being counted, which is raising questions.
Not enough to flip the state.
Here's the thing, Aaron. At the end of the day,
I can't believe you believe in this stuff, man.
At the end of the day, Aaron. At the end of the day, they're double votes. Hold on, let me pull this up. I did a video on this. They counted double votes, Aaron, when they did the audit. And there were certain people that weren't even alive. Now, here's the thing, Aaron. There's a distorted amount of votes. And they're trying to say that they don't exist. Why? Because they made those disappear. The reality is, Aaron, if my prediction is right that Trump will be president by the 31st, there's only one thing I want from you. Two things. One, delete any video of me. And second, I want you to make a video saying SoloTV84 is a genius.
If Donald Trump is president by the end of the year.
Will you take that bet? So hold on. If you win, Aaron, you get the option. I'll give you $1,000, not crypto, but in cash, or I'll delete my channel. You can pick whichever one. If Donald Trump, if I win, and this bet is public, you can splice it and chop it up. I don't care. Or if I win, you delete any video of me on tracking the Manosphere channel, disparaging me, and then you make a video saying that I'm a genius. Will you take that bet?
Oh my God!
I mean, it's a sure win, isn't it, Aaron? I
no,
mean,
it is. I'm just thinking you're trolling because you seriously.
Bro, it's a real bro.
No. Let me explain.
People in the chat. I'm a man of my word. Either $1,000 or I delete my channel. And if you win, you delete the videos of me that you've made, and then all you have to say is SoloTV84 is a genius, and I want that to be on this channel.
Mm-hmm. So I win if Joe Biden is still president by the end of this year.
Okay, so are you taking the bet?
Well, yeah, because Biden's going to still be president.
Everybody in the chat, type in one. Aaron Fountain has taken the solo Donald Trump challenge. Oh, yes. Oh, I can't wait.
I just think you're trolling because before you say anything.
Bro, I'm dead ass serious. Trump will be president again. I'm dead ass.
If he runs again, but not when Biden is president, that's just not possible.
At the latest, December 31st, Aaron. Now, Aaron, we'll see now if you're genuine, if you really care about.
Oh, I don't have to worry about anything. Trust me, not with that.
So you can take the $1,000, Aaron, which I'll gladly send. I wish you had crypto, then I'd send you crypto, but I'll send it to you in cash, PayPal, or Cash App. Cash App. Or I'll delete my channel. But see, Aaron, I'm so confident in what I'm saying right now that I know Trump will be back.
There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance.
No, but see, it's arrogance to you. But I'm confident.
I know history and I know politics. That never happened. That can't happen.
Okay.
There's no whoever. Aaron, I don't know who No Debo here is, but there's no legal way for that to happen.
It's going to happen, Aaron. So what do you have to lose by taking the bet?
I'm taking it, but I'm just.
You have to make a video saying SoloTV84 is a genius, and then delete any disparaging video of me, right? I mean, will you take the bet?
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, everybody in the chat. Oh, he took the bet. Yes. And listen, if you lose, Aaron, don't be a sore loser. Because, like I said, if I'm giving you $1,000, hey, it's cool. I'll whatever. Or delete my channel, whatever. I'm putting my career on the line, bro.
For something that's not going to happen.
So
you probably believe that Trump was going to be president August 1st, and of course, I don't know. Oh God, Aaron, I don't know what's with you guys with Trump supporters, man.
Here's the thing, Aaron. Here's the thing. If you really believe that I'm this far, like Aaron, you got to think to yourself, why would this guy say that? Does he know something?
Oh my God. I still think you're trolling, but okay.
I'm not bro. I'm not trolling.
Like people say you're going crazy if you think Donald Trump can be president.
I'm not trolling, bro.
This year.
I swear I'm not trolling. I'm not.
You know the line of succession, right? It goes to Kamala, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, the president of the Senate.
Right. But see, what's going to happen is what happens if it's found out that there's been voter fraud in other states as well as Arizona. Then you're going to have a re-election. What's the procedure then?
A re-election? But there was no massive voter fraud. Can I tell you something? So this is just for a record, even though it's kind of off topic. In 2016, when Donald Trump won, even though he lost by 3 million votes, he claimed that there was massive voter fraud because 3 million people voted illegally. His administration literally organized a committee headed by the Secretary of State of Kansas, Kobach. I can't remember his first name, Chris Kobach, and they found nothing at all. They found no evidence that there was a massive voter fraud in 2016. And up running to the 2020 presidential election, he claimed way before votes were casted that if he lost, there was going to be massive fraud, and which was predictable. But it's just shocking to me that a lot of his loyal supporters are following a very narcissistic and somebody who lies about almost everything, being a small. So
I guarantee you by next year at this time, Donald Trump will be in the conversation of being one of the greatest presidents of all time. And
he's definitely on the bottom. So that's almost for certain.
I mean, once again, Aaron, and once again, you've taken the bet. It's public. I can't renege. You can't renege either. I
I'm
know.
not going to renege. Trust me, not on that.
And so, Aaron, when you make that video, SoloTV84 is a genius. It can't be 30 seconds. It's got to be at least a minute. I'll send you the picture or whatever, or you can make it live. It's gonna shock you, Aaron. And I'm telling this to you right now. It's gonna shock you. He's coming back. Trump is coming back, Aaron. Make no mistake about it.
So
And
you
I'm
voted for
saying that
Trump? Can
with
I
a
ask you a question?
straight
I want to know
face.
sincerely this. Why did you like Trump? I really want to know this.
At first I didn't like Trump.
Okay.
You see, Aaron, you know what happened? And I gotta give you some context to this. Aaron, when I was at my apex, YouTube career-wise, right? I was getting hundreds of thousands of views, right? You know how many views I was averaging a day
I don't
back in
know
2018? I
how
was
many.
averaging 30 to 50,000 views per day. Now I'm lucky if I get what the views that I used to get in a week, if I get that in a month, right? What happens is, Aaron, on YouTube, and I know you like superhero movies, as do I. I think Marvel better than DC, by the way.
In
Do you
movie
agree?
wise, yeah, I'd agree with that.
Right. We agree on one thing. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But in the movie Batman, the one that Christopher Nolan made,
Mhm.
there's a popular quote that heroes live long enough to see themselves become the villain. That's what happened to me on YouTube. I used to be a hero, and I'm speaking metaphorically, of course. But I used to be a well-liked guy. I had a lot of good content, a lot of good interviews. I used to be very well respected in the space. And then I turned into a villain. And then there was a point where I embraced the villain role, like Vegeta did. Now, I know you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, which is a shame.
Yeah, as a kid, but not much.
But as a hero, what happened, Aaron, is I lost my way. You see, what happens is you start letting the views and the cloud and the girls DMing you the naughty pictures, it gets to your head. Then you start to really think and believe into the hype, right? You
Mhm.
start to let it blow up your mind. And then when it was pulled up under me, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. Now, hindsight is always 2020, right, Aaron? But at the
Mhm.
time, I didn't get it. I was so frustrated and I was angry. And that's why you saw every video where I was whining and crying. I'm not going to deny that. About, oh, well, I put you on. Why don't nobody help me out? Because at the end of the day, I didn't understand why the rug got pulled under me just when I was really about to go parabolic.
Is
And
this
then I
leading to Trump?
understood.
This is going to
Huh?
Trump. Is this going to Trump?
Yeah, of course,
Oh,
of course.
okay.
I just got to give you context. And then I understood that the reason for me falling off the way I did is because the Most High didn't want me to do that type of content anymore. That's not what the Most High wanted me to do.
Who's the most high?
The Most High is God, Jesus Christ. He didn't want me to do content dragging women. Aaron, think about it. If I was trolling, would I come on your channel talking about I love women, black women, except for Cynthia G and the pink pill chick because they hate themselves? No, I love women with all my heart and soul. I do. I just don't like modern women's actions. That's facts. That's facts. Now, how does that lead to Trump? You see, Trump's first term, there was a lot of behavior that Trump did and said that caused division. It caused division in the country, right? It caused a lot of
Mhm.
division. But when Trump, he's at his lowest now, right? He lost the election, right? According to you, which he lost illegally, but he's at his lowest now. And now what's happening with Trump is he's being humbled. So what I'm saying, Aaron, is the Trump that you knew before is not the Trump that you will see in office coming in. He will be a much more humbler Trump. He will be more of a humanitarian. He
He had
will be
4 years
more
to
of a
do
people,
that.
huh?
He had 4 years to do that.
But come on, Aaron. I just gave you the whole spiel.
I get it, but I'm still trying to say. So,
Think
did you
about
vote for
it.
Trump in
Aaron, think about it.
2016?
Think
Did you
about
vote
it.
for Trump in
Sometimes,
2016?
see, Aaron. Sometimes, do you believe people can change?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Not at 70, though. I'll be honest. I mean, you are who you are.
but I'm telling you this, Aaron. For me to change to where I'm at now, to start losing weight, take my health seriously, become Aaron. 2 years before, back in at the beginning of 2019, if you would have told me about semen retention, I would have laughed at you. Remember, I used to make all those porn black jokes? I regret that now, because me making those jokes about pornography was me leading people to hell. Pornography is one of the most wicked things, and I was ensnared in it. That's why I was into all these pervy jokes and freaky deaky sex with women, because regular sex isn't okay no more. You want to get into that weirdo stuff. But let me get off that real quick. What I'm saying is, Aaron, for a person to change, for me to change, for Trump to change, you have to get at the lowest point in your life where you make a decision. Are you going to let the adversity, are you going to let the situation drag you down and destroy you? Or are you going to rise up from the ashes like a phoenix and be something transformed, brand new?
So, who did you vote for in 2016?
I ain't vote for nobody in 2016.
Okay, so you didn't vote. Oh, so you just gradually came to like Trump. Okay. But
Yes.
not because of politics, more because of you talking about his struggle with
No. I mean, Trump, listen, one thing I do like about Trump, and I've always liked this about Trump, Trump doesn't coattail for anybody. He is who he is, right? And that reminds me a lot about myself. I'm a very bold individual. As I mentioned to Aaron, look at my catalog of YouTube content. During the height of my YouTube career, talking about female nature, I wore the same dashiki that you clipped the clip off and put a wig on and went in the middle of the street in my city and to do a prank video and a skit video.
Wait, I thought the Black Pillars.
The Black Pillars did that.
Yeah,
you're right. The Black Pillars did that. Mm-hmm. I did that. No YouTuber would have ever did that. No YouTuber in my position would do a complete 180 and do, even though I only did a couple videos like that. No YouTuber would do that. I've always been willing to take risk. I've always have. This is why I'm doing crypto. Because 4 years ago, when Bitcoin was at $1,000, my peers, or in the Manosphere, were saying that I'm trying to run a pyramid scheme, or we're saying that it's never going to last. Now look at Bitcoin now. It's at $48,000. You have adoption in El Salvador that Bitcoin is their national currency now. This is facts, Aaron. You can Google this. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand that I've always been willing to take risks with my content. I don't know anybody else in the Manosphere that has done prank videos, skit videos, videos about finances, stock market, cryptocurrency.
Finances. A lot of people talk about finances.
But I'm telling you, videos about spirituality all at once. Meaning that I'm not saying I'm doing a video on this week about it, but I'm talking about maybe in the same month or throughout my whole career, all the different topics that I've touched on. Videos about the Bible being better, interviews with women. Remember Solo's Couch? I've done so much different content. Eclectic content, dynamic content. That's why I consider myself one of the most dynamic YouTubers. I'm not the best in the Manosphere. That title is for Black Ram 313 or O'Shea Duke Jackson. They're the best. And O'Shea, O'Shea has transcended the Manosphere now. He's part of mainstream media. And Black Ram gets the title. Now me, I don't even, like I said, I'm not even part of the Manosphere. I've been kicked out. I'm excommunicado, John Wick. Now, with this cryptocurrency content, I'm about to be, hopefully, by the time I retire, April 22nd, one of the biggest black cryptocurrency content creators in this space. Unless, Aaron, you're right, and on December 31st, you make me delete my channel, which, if that's the case, brother, hey. It was a good run. I had a good run, man.
Okay.
I had a good run.
That was a lot to kind of circle around Trump, which then kind of confirms what I said in the video. A lot of people didn't support him because of policies. I kind of knew that when I listened to a lot of people talk about politics in the space.
But that's the point I'm trying to make, Aaron. A lot of people, like in your chat right now, there are a lot of people that hate me. A lot of people that calling me ugly, calling me, I don't know. A lot of people that hate me. But for me, I had to get to the lowest point. And now that I'm rising out of the ashes like the phoenix. Now you're starting to see the growth, the transition. This is why, even though I still have slip-ups, I'm not perfect, Aaron. I'm human. We all mess up. You're human too. You take a shit just like I do and wipe your ass. Well, I don't know how you wipe your ass. I mean, pause. But you get the point. You get the point. We all, if you believe people can change, Aaron, then you must think that I can change as well. And Trump as well.
Okay, I'm not talking about Trump.
So you don't think I can change? You don't think Trump can change?
No, I think a person can change. No, Trump is who he is. I mean, he's been like this whole entire life. I didn't really think fondly of Trump before he became president, and my opinion of him became much like harsher as he sat in office. Whatever, guys. Oh yeah. Okay, this is one thing about the whole changing in the manosphere. Sometimes when people do it, it's really hard to know how genuine it is. Like, are they doing?
Hold up, Aaron. I gotta get some more sparkling water, but keep talking. I can hear you.
Yeah, are they doing it just for money moves? Or are they doing this because they sincerely like, change their beliefs? Because often, instead of like keeping their content up like you did, you kind of just like delete it or make it private so people can't even search for it anymore. And then just really tries to like erase all this prior evidence that existed. So people don't really even get to see the quote unquote evolution, if that's even whether that was actually true or not. So yeah, that's my point. I know you actually removed a lot of your content after the election, the 2020 election.
So I removed my content. I'm glad you brought that up, Aaron. Let's talk about that. I removed my content for two reasons. The first reason, so you know that I have over 2,000 videos, right?
Yeah, you got a lot of videos.
Over 2,000 videos, 25 million views, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of content creators wouldn't take videos down like that because you do earn residual AdSense on those videos. Granted, it's not that much for me, so let's be honest. But number one, YouTube decided to change their policy again. So I removed about 1,000 videos. So that left me at about 1,000 videos, right? And now with this this rebirth that I'm going through, there were videos that I wasn't they didn't seem right in my soul. So I took another 800 videos down. Mm-hmm. So now I'm at about 200 videos, 265, I believe, 264. And 80% of those videos are crypto videos. 90% of the videos are either crypto videos or crypto motivational videos, like motivating about crypto, motivational videos in general. So 90% of my content now is based off of who I am. The other 10%, that will drop off here soon as well. Uh-huh. I've transcended the space because at the end of the day, Aaron, let's be honest here. And I'm being very transparent with you. Yeah. I've talked about women for 5 years, from 2015 to 2020. What else can I tell men about women?
That's the question I ask about the manosphere all the time.
What else can I say?
I'm currently making a video on like the history of the space. So before it existed in 2018 to 2017, and it's amazing to me how isomorphic a lot of the talking points are. So whenever I hear the content currently, because let's be honest, a lot of it still centers around women.
Look at her. You got Miss Victoria in the chat saying my face is toxic. You say the manosphere is toxic, but you got people in the chat saying my face is toxic, saying that I'm ugly, saying that my face looks like it got hit by a truck. Is this the type of audience that you're raising, Aaron?
That's a good way to deflect.
No, I'm asking a valid question. Because the chat caught my attention.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I don't agree with that.
And it's a lot of black women that hate me. Yet,
I mean, do you have a reason?
Have I done the young Pharaoh thing to you, sisters? Tell y'all was God just to slide in your little coochie box? Have I done that? No. I've healed up the mirror. And you don't like what you see when I hold up the mirror to your faces. See, black women, y'all got to start holding yourselves accountable.
I can say the same thing about the manosphere. I've been saying
that. No, but I'm talking about black women right now. They got to start being held accountable. That's why there's such an uproar about what Kevin is doing. Because black women don't like being responsible. Y'all don't like being held accountable for the men that you decide to lay up with. But it felt good when he was hitting a doggy style and the dirty-ass mattress in the trap house, huh? Yeah, I know. But now that you got a baby and he don't want to take care of it, you knew he was bad then. When you let him smash you, when you were on all fours in the trap house on that dirty mattress, you knew he was no good. But now all of a sudden now, you want another black man to take care of you, to pay for his mistakes and your mistake. Now all of a sudden, you want me Yes, black women, you want me to pay stepdaddy because you know I could take care of you and your kids.
Did
You
women
want
ask
me
you
to
to
be
do
the
that?
stepdaddy.
The
Nah, I'm not
women,
doing that. I'm not doing that, black women.
no, the women
I
asked you to
love
do that.
y'all, but I'm not doing that. Facts.
Have you been asked to do that? Because I've never been asked to do that. I'm just curious.
I
I
get
gotta ask
asked to
based
do that every time I pay taxes, Aaron. That's facts.
I mean directly.
Every time I pay taxes, Aaron, I get asked to do that. Yes.
Oh man, no, because guys in the space always say that, but I'm just like, well, who are these group of people that are telling you guys this? Not indirectly. I'm talking about directly. I don't want to say no taxes part.
At the end of the day, you, Aaron, are a sympathizer for women. You absolve them about accountability and responsibility. Look at all the women you got in the chat. Now I know why you're posting selfies, Aaron. You're looking for a wife. Oh Lord,
gracious.
Aaron. If I would have known, bro, you could have came to Minneapolis, man. I could have put you on. Matter of
Well,
fact,
for one, I've been to Minneapolis. Second, I only post one picture. It wasn't much. It was just a picture I posted just for that reason. But again, like I said, it goes back to my point. You guys cannot. Oh, good grief. Yeah, you guys cannot see anything
Hey,
past
bro,
transactional.
listen, man. Like I said, I'll be in ATL by April. I mean, they're beautiful. Listen, I met so many beautiful women in ATL. Like I said, I literally fell in love in ATL with a black woman. Shout out to Bernice.
Wait, how long you known her?
That's not the point, Aaron.
No, I'm just curious, guy.
But we're getting married. We're getting married. And that's why when you see me in my videos, you see how happy I am now. I'm in a different place in my life now mentally. I'm a lot happier.
Tell, but okay.
What happened with Supasly or Super Simp? That was a slip up, right? It happens because sometimes the old me doesn't want to let go of the new me, and I'm still evolving, so I'm still gonna make mistakes. But I promise you, I'm gonna be a better content creator. I'm gonna be a better human being in the next 6 months, 8 months, what have you, than you've ever seen. And when Donald Trump wins and you call me a genius, Aaron, that will put the cherry on top.
Okay. All right, like I said, I mean, me, I don't know. Whenever you say stuff about me, it makes me laugh. I'm just saying, just reconfirm.
I'm just saying, Aaron, you took the bet, bro. So I need all them videos down. I need that apology. That I'm a genius, and then we go on our way. I mean, I don't hate you, Aaron, but at the end of the day, bro.
I mean, I don't know you.
Aaron,
I gotta meet somebody.
Call me emotional, but I noticed something about you. Mm-hmm. You always, every time we go into a little back and forth shifts, you always want to have the last word.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think so. The way you drag me in your community wall, goodness gracious.
I mean, you make the content. I can't make it up.
You would have thought I slept with your woman, the way you'd be dragging me in your community wall.
Hey, I only respond. Like I said, I respond with humor with humor.
To myself, is this about Janae? I'm surprised you haven't asked me one question about Janae yet. So Aaron, is this about Janae?
I mean, I already made a video about that, so I didn't really have any.
I mean, Aaron, I get it. I get it. You listen, Aaron. She can get it with no regard for humanity. Thanos snap. I mean, Aaron, I would do it too. My girlfriend, the Janae situation got so bad. Janae DM'd me one night at 9 p.m. and my girlfriend saw the DM. It caused a lot of friction. Not just on YouTube, but also with my relationship at the time. Because my girlfriend thought the whole time I was trying to smash Janae.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Life is stranger than fiction sometimes, isn't it, Aaron?
Like I said, I didn't have any questions about her because I already made a video about it. Now I'm kind of curious. You say you kicked out the Manosphere. Who kicked you out? I'm kind of curious.
I've been advised not to speak about that publicly, but it's the go along to get along gang. So next question.
Sound like a secret government organization or something like that.
I mean, Aaron, I'm surprised. You talking about expose the Manosphere. I'm surprised. And see, Aaron, this is how I know you're a lazy researcher, bro. Because there is an elite sector of the Manosphere, but yet you focus on a person that's not even in the space anymore.
I focus on a lot.
And even if I am in the space, my channel is dead. That's facts. I'm shocked we even got 170 people here, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of women here.
I guess because it's more than what you normally get. That's why you're shocked.
Well, I mean, if I were to make a video, talking about black women, I'll probably have just as many people or more. Depends. But
Yeah, that's true.
my crypto videos, I usually get about anywhere from 40 to 100 people on my crypto videos. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the whole
But
part
once
about being
again, Aaron, let me ask you this: if black women are so innocent, why are you not out there saving the single mothers?
That's a really weird phrase question.
No, 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 no. That's a legit question, Aaron.
No,
If
because you're
these
assuming that I
women,
think
you're
women
trying to
are
make it sound like
innocent.
the Manosphere. We're just all a bunch of disgruntled incels or some shit like that. So if these women are not the if they are the victims, if, as you say, if they're not being held accountable by you, why aren't you out here marrying a single mother? Why haven't you married a single mother yet? There, I know plenty of them. I mean, you're a guy with a PhD, so
Mhm.
you are the type of guy that they would want. You're high value, so why aren't you out here marrying one of these women?
Okay, that's the kind of a weird question. Like I said, I'm talking stuff. I don't really say much about the personal life, but in terms of you said the question about women being innocent, I don't know where you got that assumption from because I don't really even make that kind of argument. I just really go after talking points the manosphere makes that I disagree with. Like the whole single mother thing, I think it's
So
perfectly
so
fine
so
for a
so
childless man not to want to date somebody with kids.
so
I don't understand
you
the
think that black
demonization
women are
aspect of
absolved
it.
from being single mothers? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know where you got that from.
So then I don't know what you're not see you're running around the question like Hillary Clinton right now.
No, I just
So
said
are
that
you
there's a
saying that
difference
black okay wait
between
are you
preference
saying
and
black women
demonizing a
that
group.
are single mothers are responsible for the who they lay with? Yes or no?
Who they lay with? Yeah, it takes two to tango. So I don't see what the point
So
is.
you're saying
But
that
there's
black women
it's
are responsible for being single mothers? Yes or
no.
no?
So it's actually this very reason. There's different reason why people become single mothers. It's not so much the quote unquote making bad decisions. I mean, people break up. Most single motherhood tends to be like unintentional pregnancies, which of course happens a lot more with like low income people than higher income
There's
people.
17 different forms of birth control now for women. How is it
Not everybody
unintentional?
has equal access though, because I mean,
Planned
yeah.
Parenthood is all over the hood. You can get free condoms there. Even I know that. In my hood, you go to North Minneapolis, off of, whatchamacallit, Marquette. Like, everybody knows that. These women choose to be single mothers, Aaron. That's facts.
No, that's just contributing to the societal
And you got a
demonization of
bunch of
single
single
motherhood.
mothers in the chat. Look at him. He looks like a seal. He's ugly. That's why he's mad.
I
Oh,
need
and
other
this and
single
that.
mothers.
Gorilla clown. You got somebody calling me a gorilla. Like, they mad, Aaron, because I'm telling the truth. The truth is like a Jinsu knife. When it hits your soul, it hits hard.
Did you watch the video I made about single mothers? Didn't actually watch it entirely. Where I
At
go
the
over the
end of the
history of
day,
how out of wedlock birth increased from the late 1960s to today.
for Tony Starks to evolve as a person, he had to understand that he wasn't perfect. Black women, you have to understand that the reason why black men are dating out, why black men are dating out in droves, why Generation Z black men, and this is sad, Aaron, because like I said, I love black women. But why is it, and this is facts, Aaron, why are Generation Z black men dating out in record numbers? Why?
Because according to the 2020 census, people under the age of 18 are mostly non-white. So I mean, that's just demographics.
But wait a second. Don't the demographics also show that there are more black women than black men?
Yeah, that's true.
So why? So then there should be more. There should be enough black men than for the black women, right?
Yeah, most black people are
So
with
hold
black
on.
people though. At
That
the end of
proves
the
my
day,
point. So then, still, if there are enough black women for us, for Generation Z black men, why are they still dating out in droves? Because black women, y'all do not like leadership. You hate men that are positive masculine. Black women hate a brother like me. But when I showed up in ATL with the do-rag on, smelling fresh, shout out to Stefan Speaks, I met him, dope brother. Oh, black women couldn't get enough of me. But now that I got the glasses on, I'm on YouTube and I'm holding your feet to the fire, now you hate me.
I mean, this is YouTube. It's different from walking down the
See,
street.
at the end of the day, you have a lot of black women that they know they made bad choices, and the men that they decide to lay up with in that trap house, in that dirty mattress, while she was getting it from the back and he was pulling on her weave. That's facts.
So, this is the one problem I have with that narrative. While, like, of course, you can find anecdotal examples of that. I'm not going to deny
Okay, so
that. The
she wasn't
problem
bad.
is, no, no, no,
Aaron,
no, 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 no,
regardless,
no.
she
The
ended up
problem
being a
is
single
that
mother.
you're talking
That's
about a
why
whole
we say
societal
marry
issues, and
before
you're
you
ignoring
marry.
economics into the equation. Because I said people just don't
you are
randomly wake
absolving
up
the
one
black
day
woman
and
out of
just change their
responsibility, brother.
behaviors. No, I already talked about that. People don't randomly wake up and just change their behaviors. I don't know where you guys get that from. Like they randomly just decide to do something different. I say you can cite as many anecdotal evidence as you can, but in the grand scheme of things, it's all links to economics.
The numbers still prove my point. 70% of black women are single mothers.
Wait, 70%? You mean 70% of children birth?
That's what I meant. Yes.
Okay, you get me confused.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I miss.
But that doesn't mean that they're single mothers just because out of wedlock birth, though. Just for the record.
So here's the thing. So why aren't black women getting married, Aaron?
That reason is I'm not an expert in that area. I know people have written about that. It's not for the reason the Manosphere says.
Oh, I've had this conversation many times on my channel. Black women are not getting married because y'all. Let me just stop because I'm not here to drag black women. That's not what I'm here for. But black women are not getting married because black women don't want to get married. That's the simple answer. And now black women, now that winter,
the marriage declining generally?
Hold up, Aaron. I'm making a point. Winter is here. Winter is here, black women. That they just ended. What is it called? The moratorium? I forgot how to say the word. Aaron, right?
You're talking about the OnlyFans stuff, right?
No, not the OnlyFans. The thing where you didn't have to pay rent.
Oh yeah. The evictions.
That ended.
Yeah, the evictions.
They cut your wick short. You still got to feed those kids.
It seems like you're celebrating this.
I'm not celebrating. Do I look like I'm jumping?
But I don't see why guys get kind of hyped, kind of delighted.
But at the end of the day, when I see the arrogance of your chat dragging me, then I have to wonder, why are they mad at me? And then I realize y'all mad at me for telling the truth. Because if what I'm saying is false, you would just laugh at me and carry on. But you know I'm telling the truth. A lot of y'all make bad mating choices, and then y'all try to reverse them, but then y'all finish. Well, once again, Aaron, since you say I'm just putting random stories out there, there's a reason why Kevin Samuels has gotten so big. The numbers prove it. Over 1.2 million followers. Why? Because black women are at a wit's end. Everything is stopping. We're going through a financial reset. Regardless, the stock market is going to crash eventually within the next 3 months. Who knows? Sooner or later. I don't have an exact date. Black women know this before a lot of these black men do. I'll give them credit for that. Black women know this whole system is about to change. You look at it now. You got the Great Resignation where people are tired of working at their jobs because they rather sit at home and collect that unemployment. Black women want to have their cake and eat it too. You want Pookie and Ray Ray, but then you still want that entrepreneur. Aaron, have you ever heard the term corporate thug?
From this space.
I heard it from a black woman. That's the first time I've ever heard it. When a black woman told me, I want a corporate thug. I was like, what's a corporate thug? You know, he's good for corporate America, but he's still in the streets. So they're looking for ghosts, a fictional character.
In that scenario,
they're looking for ghosts.
In that scenario, isn't it just best to just walk away and find somebody who matches you? Because I don't really have these issues that a lot of guys.
Aaron, I'm dropping these bars and you just glancing over it. They're looking for ghosts. They're looking for a dude that's tat in the streets.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was in that scenario,
in the sheets, and then he's also doing the what?
If I was in that scenario, I would just walk away. If I was in that scenario, I would walk away from that person.
Basically, Aaron, to put it simply, they're looking for Superman. That's insane. A lot of black men are just happy with a woman that doesn't nag, a woman that rubs his back, and that throws it at him every once in a while.
Like I said, I don't have this issue. But no, in that scenario, I mean, when you guys complain about that, I always see that more associated with like social class, but depending on like where the person grew up or where they currently live. But again, I don't see what's so hard about like just ignoring people like that. Just going for people who you have better chemistry with. I don't see why that's so difficult.
Aaron, what's your sign, bro?
My sign? Talking about like I'm really bad when it comes to, I think Taurus. I'm really bad at that.
So here's the thing, Aaron. You say all of this stuff that the Manosphere says is common sense, right? So you're
in terms of, well, it depends what they're talking about. But yeah, I don't really learn much listening to this stuff, to be totally honest with you. I mean, I learn a different perspective.
Aaron, let me ask you this: if all this advice is common sense, why, in your opinion, and I can back this up statistically too, why is it that if this is just common sense, Why are so many men watching red pill content, manosphere content?
I mean, this is still a fringe like space. I mean, it's still on the
Right,
margins.
right, right, Aaron. But the space is growing though, and
Yeah, but
you've
it's still
seen it.
small overall.
But it's growing. That's the point. So why
Hmm.
is it growing? I'm asking. Why do you think the space is growing?
Because it's on YouTube and it reaches a larger audience, like men rights activists with the advent of the internet.
That's your final answer?
I mean, yes, I mean the internet, particularly platforms like YouTube, which actually I think is like what the third most visited website online. Yeah, I mean once they came onto YouTube, it really was able to reach a larger audience, and I don't think many people. I think when most people enter the space is literally just because of a heartbreak or difficulty dating.
Okay, but you say the advice that we give is just general advice, right?
Well, the advice I said that's helpful. I would say I want to say all the advice.
Okay. Now I'm gonna back it up with stats. Let's get
Hmm.
the stats out the way. 1 in 3 men is sexless, Aaron. Haven't had sex within two
Talking
years.
about between the ages of 18 and 30.
Yes, sir. So we agree on that statistic because you
Yeah,
know.
I read the articles about
Okay.
the
So one
younger
out of
people having
three
less
men
sex
right now, Aaron, is not getting any bonds. Okay.
because of
Mona's not giving
economic
up the
factors.
bonds. Charlene is not giving up the bonds. Angie is not giving up the bonds. Aaron not giving up the bonds. Ashley not giving up the bonds. 1 out of 3 men is sexually frustrated, Aaron. Now you got to wonder, why is this happening? Number one, women are entitled. This has been proven by the study where women have stated that there's not enough eligible high income men. That's been proven statistically, facts. Number two, a lot of these men, when you say this is basic advice, what household are they being raised at? When you have 70% of black children being raised in single mother household, they're being raised by their mother.
Out of wedlock
They're
birth.
being out of
Cases.
wedlock. They're being
Out
raised
of
by
wedlock.
their mother. So you have these young men who have no masculine guidance. They're looking for that masculine energy. They're looking for somebody to give them the advice. Because you know what their mama said? Oh, just be a nice guy, or oh, be a simp, or be like this. I've had a woman tell me on my chat, a black woman that I
Mhm.
interviewed in person, tell me that she's raising her son to be a simp, but yet she likes street niggas. Now make that make fucking sense. I'm not. I still got the video. She likes street dudes, but she's raising her son to be a simp. So now you have all these men. She's setting her son up for failure. You've all these men running around. They don't understand that why they can't get a woman because their mother taught them be like this, be like that. But everything they're doing is not working. You know what their mother's teaching them is they're projecting the type of man that they want, that they wish that Ghost or the Pookie and Ray Ray was. That's why this space is getting big. 1 out of 3 men, and I dare to say the number is even higher than that, Aaron. Would you
And you
agree
know
with
that's
me?
linked to economics too. There's a lot more young people
Of
living at
course.
home with their
But
parents.
once again, we're looking at the numbers. 1 out of 3 men, sexless. 70% out of wedlock, single mothers. Black men are being set up for failure. Generation Z black men dating out in droves. That's why the pink pill is mad in the chat. That's why Cynthia G is always talking about black men. Generation Z black men are dating out in droves. Passport brothers, passport gang. It's become a big movement on YouTube. Black men are dating out and not looking back. There's a movie called Get Out. Well, guess what, Aaron? Black men can't wait to get in.
Oh boy. Yeah, the whole thing about the interracial dating, I think you guys really simplify that in terms of why guys date out. Because of course, you know, a lot of interracial dating is all about opportunity and proximity. So of course, I mean, you know, if people are if the younger generation more diverse and having more diverse shared spaces, eventually they're going to like date each other. That's pretty much inevitable. Not so much quote unquote black women's attitudes. I don't really get that.
So, golly, Aaron.
No, it's just you
Damn,
guys
bro.
simplify a lot of issues.
Come on,
Like, there's a
Aaron.
myriad of reasons as
God
to
damn,
why
bro.
things happen, and then you guys just simplify it to
I
like
mean,
simple
Aaron, like, bro,
explanations.
listen, bro. Listen, I'm not mad at you, bro. If you clapping
Hmm.
these black women cheeks, I'm not. But goddamn, brother, stop. Like, are you listening to yourself right now?
Yes, I am.
So you think black women don't have an attitude problem?
If any woman has an attitude problem, just walk away. I don't really get that. I don't really deal with that personally.
Next question.
Actually, I don't have any questions because it's only been 2 hours. This actually was longer
I,
than I expected.
I mean, yeah, and I got to go. I got to do another show. But here's the thing, and final words, Aaron. At the end of the day, we have the bet, and I can't wait till you win. My thing is
Mhm.
this, people. Instead of just looking at clips, do your research. Find out who you're watching, okay? Don't just judge a person off of a clip and then think a person is like that. My channel has great content. We talk about cryptocurrency, we talk about stock market, and we talk about motivation. My channel has evolved, Aaron. You trying to paint the narrative that I hate women, blah, blah. I don't even talk about women.
I never said that you hated women, so I don't know where you're getting that from. I just laugh at your antics that to me are hilarious.
Well, I mean, you were loving my antics today. That's a fact.
I mean, it made me
Especially when
laugh.
I'm
I'm just
talking
like,
about the
wow, this
Trump
dude is
shit.
really
So
delusional.
the reality is this. I want black men and black women to get together. But first, we have to humble ourselves. Black women, please, I implore you, humble yourself. Because what's coming next, when Kevin said winter's coming, it's at your doorstep. Black men and black women, for us to be able to move forward, we're going to have to start to heal mentally, spiritually, and black women, please hit the treadmill, physically. We're going to have to start to get together and realize that family is the most important thing. All these different genders and cisgenders got y'all confused, bruh. What it is about is the traditional family, the nucleus. It's been statistically proven are the healthiest thing to a society. Stop looking at men because he look good, girl. He look good. And then you are on all fours on the ground, letting that dude shoot up the club with gallons and gallons and gallons of raw sperm. Start picking men on merits of integrity. Start looking for men that are of high moral character, men of the most high, men that will keep it real with you. I know a lot of you black women are triggered right now. Get out your feelings because you know this is the real talk. A lot of y'all need to humble yourselves. Y'all running around arrogant, wearing somebody else's hair. Shame on y'all. This organic, authentic. I'm more pro-black than these pro-blacks. That's facts. And I want black women to be better. Stop having kids out of wedlock. Stop picking men on their character. Stop picking men that are husband material. Instead of just going off of lust, because, he made me nut. Stop picking men that will do what they're supposed to do. Running around, you think being single mothers is the wave? That's dead. Your children, they don't have any men. And that's why people like me are around. Because somebody's got to take care of these kids. If that nigga won't, I'm going to help your kid. That's why I'm doing this crypto. I'm really passionate about this, Aaron. You hear the passion in my
Yeah,
voice.
I'm
Because I
definitely
believe in
gonna.
what I say. I believe in what I say, Aaron. I'm passionate about it. And people call me delusional. People called me delusional when I started a YouTube channel. 25 million views later. Facts. People called me delusional about crypto and Bitcoin in 2017 when it was $1,000. It's at 47,000. Facts. Now you guys are calling me delusional about Trump.
Yes.
No matter how much you people hate me, I keep coming back. Just like your fat auntie. That's facts. And that's all I got to say, Aaron. It was a good show.
Okay, I'm definitely. Actually, I'm going to make a video about some of the mythologies about the family because I mean, it's not just a manosphere. People in society have these very misconceptions about the nuclear family, and the family has never been like what it was in 1950s throughout most of history. Maybe that was actually a short-lived period of the male
Look
breadwinner.
at
Which
all these
emerged in the
triggered black women.
1920s.
Bunch of single mothers that are triggered in the chat.
How do you know the single mothers?
Instead of being a single mother, maybe you should have gotten a husband first before you open up your womb.
I mean,
Y'all
some
should be
women do
ashamed
get
of
married
yourself.
and divorced later. I mean, that
See,
happens.
Aaron, you can't save these. Stop trying to save these hoes, Aaron. You can't save them, bro. You know you can't. You out here, listen, I know you out here finessing. I get it. You got a little good hustle going on. But stop trying to save these hoes. The only way these women can be saved is by humbling themselves, by following the Most High, and by starting to, instead of just opening their legs, because you want to feel good, looking at men for higher character, morals and values, integrity, honor. But you women don't know nothing about that. All y'all care is shaking about that wet ass pussy. That's all you women know. Twerking that ass and know about that wet ass pussy. Y'all don't even know how to cook anymore. Shameful.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't. I mean, there's a lot to respond there, but I don't want to go too long because it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, but I got to go anyway and do another show. But Aaron, it was dope. We'll see you later, man. Peace.
I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty sure you're gonna say you won, so it's okay. Oh, hey everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna log off because I got some work to do. So I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate all the super chats that I did not get a chance to shout out since this conversation was pretty engaging. Until then, I will say everybody have a good Sunday and see you later.